This video is to show you how to use the different features on Therap's app for community services. First, we'll review the scheduling EVV checking in. Please keep in mind you should make sure that you select the correct individual and program. Select the correct location of where the service is being delivered. Second, we'll be using the EVV to check out. Again, you'll be entering the location where the delivery of the service ended. Then we'll be moving on to entering ISP data for the shift that you worked. Make sure you collect your time in and out from the scheduling EVV so that it can match the ISP data. Then we'll be moving on to entering a T-log, which is a progress note for the goals that were worked on with the individual. And then finally, we'll be moving on to SCOMS. SCOMS is a great feature that Therap has implemented on the app that allows you to communicate regularly with your supervisor. We're going to select scheduling EVV. Then that brings us to the agenda list. If you don't have a set schedule, you're not going to see anything here. If you have a schedule that's fluid, that you provide a service as needed, or the time isn't specifically defined, you'll be utilizing the self-check-in, which is located at the bottom here. The start date and time is already there. Now we're going to select our individual. After we've selected our individual, we'll go ahead and select the program. When you have an individual that works in multiple programs, you'll see all of the programs that the person belongs to. Once you select a program, there's only one service type. My name is there. Billable should always default to yes, and you should allow it to say yes so that it's a billable service. Select next at the top of the screen on the right. It's going to bring you to the address. Here, if you're providing a remote service, you're going to indicate the word remote. If you're providing a face-to-face service, you can indicate individual's home. You indicate if you met with the individual at the supermarket, at the library. This is where you're going to indicate and you're going to be a little bit more specific regarding where the service that you're providing began. Once I've successfully checked in, it's going to let me know that I've successfully checked in. Now back to the agenda list. It's just letting me know that the individual I work with is Joe. The program that he belongs to is ComHab, and the service that he's getting is the ComHab one-to-one type service. All of this information is required for billing. If you can see at the very bottom, it says 9 a.m., 10:57 a.m. 9:57 a.m., excuse me. And then it lets me know that I'm not checked out yet. At the time that I check out, which I will do shortly, it will just give me the time of in and out. And that yellow bar, this bar here that's yellow will turn green and let me know that it's successful. This yellow bar means at this moment, it's only a check-in and not the complete total package. So I'm going to wait another moment and I'm going to check out. I can slide this button here. If I press on the screen, I can slide, or I can just simply tap on it and it'll pop up the record. So it's going to let me know where I checked in from and that I used my mobile device. All community staff should be utilizing their mobile device and not a computer or laptop. When I'm ready to check out, I can again tap the word check out, or I could swipe. So you have two options. Both are relatively pretty simple. So I'm going to use the check out swiping feature. So once I swipe that, it'll grab it and it'll immediately bring me to my GPS. Here, I'll write the same thing I wrote. If you see that, we'll go ahead and finish. So successfully has been checked out. You see how it's green now? If I tap on it, I didn't move. From the moment I checked in to 2 minutes later that I checked out, my address jumped, I don't know, a block over, maybe less than a block. So that's why it's crucial that we put in that comment section where we are, because this is pulling from Google Maps. And as we know, the satellite moves around and can put us somewhere that we're not. So in order to just be transparent and clear from the beginning, if we write a specific note, it'll help us a lot. Towards the bottom, I can add a comment for the entire shift, but at this time, we're not requiring that. And the verification, that may be something that at the later time we require. At this moment, we don't require. So again, I'm looking at my record. I'm going back one notch, and I'm seeing that I clocked in from 9:57 a.m. to 9:59 a.m. That was the checking in, checking out. Now I'm going to move on to my ISP data. I'm selecting the program that he belongs to, selecting Joe. This is an ISP program that has been already acknowledged. However, I want to go back and I want to show you how simple it is to acknowledge an ISP program. At the top, it says ISP program acknowledgement. I'm going to scroll down. I know that he's in ComHab. I know his name. I'm going to look at his long-term goals. Your individuals will have more information in their ISP program. Once I've read everything that I'm going to read and hear his tasks, and I know what the goals are and what I'm expected to do when I work with him, I'm going to go towards the bottom and I'm going to hit the word acknowledge. This is stating that I have acknowledged that I have read and I understood and will accurately implement this program. Simply means that I know what goals I'm going to be working on with Joe. After you've hit that, you are able to enter data, and that shouldn't stop you. Whenever you enter data for your individual, please pay attention to the dates on the ISP programs, because there's sometimes folks enter on the expired ISP program. Keep in mind, if you see a date, a recent date, then that's the one that you should be utilizing, regardless whether it's acknowledged or not. The steps are fairly simple. So I know that I provided services from 9:57 to 9. I can click on the here and I can just change it. Again, I want to be accurate, so I'm just going to go ahead and be super accurate with my time. I'm going to add the location. Again, it's going to pop up where I'm at. I'm going to write the word remote. I'm going to just make sure that it's good. I'm going to go back. Entered by me. I'm going to add my tasks. These are not the updated task scores. It's going to tell you whether you provided assistance, whether you provided, whether there was progress made or not. Once you've entered all of the goals, you hit the back button. Group count should always be 1 because we're providing a one-to-one service, and a comment is not necessary. I'm just going to go back up, make sure that my time matches, make sure that I've entered all my tasks, and I'm good. Are you sure you want to provide this ISP data? Yes, I am. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'm going to move on to a T-log. Your supervisor most likely has told you that your T-logs are due at the end of the week, and they can be a summary, and that is correct. I'm just going to write a note for the shift that I did, or I can just say that, it was a note for the week. So weekly note. And I'm going to say all goals, oh boy, all goals worked on, progress made, and then I'll put in specific details. Specific details regarding that. You don't have to enter any of this staff reporter. It's you. I'm not going to enter a photo. I'm going to submit. So now it's been saved. My supervisor on her dashboard, it's going to pop up that I entered a T-log for Joe. But I want to make sure that she reads it. So I'm going to send her an SCOM. This is a very similar interface to different messaging systems that we've used. So I'm gonna send her a general, even though it's specific. I'm gonna just send her a general. I'm actually gonna send this to Linda. Okay. And I'm gonna say that it is low, and this is gonna be T-log for Joe. And I'm just gonna put in the date. And I'm gonna say, I completed a T-log. Please read when possible. Thanks. Okay. I get to the bottom and I hit send. If I check my SCOMs regularly, I'll see that I have messages in my inbox. I have something in draft. I can see what I've sent, and I can actually enter folders. I can put folders so that I can directly put messages from my supervisor into a specific folder. And again, back to my dashboard. So again, that was a tutorial regarding how to use the different features on the Therap app. Checking in, checking out, entering your ISP data, completing your weekly T-log, and sending an SCOM to your supervisor. In the event you have any questions regarding any of the different features, please go ahead and contact your supervisor, and they'll be able to walk you through steps. This is August 21st, 2020. Things may change down the road, and if they do or when they do, we'll make sure to communicate that information to you. Thank you.